Yes, sir. It's the 9 to 5 Sports Guys. It's your boy T.
What's happening? It's your man TJ.
What up, though? It's your boy Nam.
And, I'm bad with the episodes, so this is just an episode. I want to thank everybody. And I know I say that all the time, but if you're new tuning in, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. But we're going to get straight into it. So, yesterday, Colorado suffered its third loss. I don't know if y'all watched the game, but Kansas, they took that game personal.
Yeah.
They tried to take Shedeur out.
Yeah. That was you talking about the play with dude dove at his legs?
At his knee, yeah.
That's
uncalled for.
Dirty.
Yeah. But outside of that, there's been talks about Shedeur Shedeur and Travis Hunter possibly being 1 and 2 in next year's draft. Would you say, from what you've seen, do you think he's top 5 worthy, Shedeur?
Based on what's all the quarterbacks in the country now?
Yeah.
Depends who's top 5. Because he can fit certain schemes, but he's not going to fit every scheme.
Do you think a team like, okay, so I think right now Jacksonville is projected to have the first pick, right?
They're not going to take
So what they'll probably end up doing is getting somebody trading up.
Yeah, or Travis.
Yeah, because I didn't think about it like that.
You got to remember, other teams, Dallas, it depending on how the rest of these games play out, they only won 3.
But I don't think Dallas going to select a quarterback. They might be another team that might select.
Who's number 1 right now? The Giants?
No, I think the Jaguars.
They only lost 2. They only won 2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because everybody else got 3.
So, but that's a great point though. That the Jags might not even trade the pick. They might just take Travis.
Yeah, but what do you play him? Is he a corner in the league or is he a receiver?
That's another great point.
He'll be a corner because the way the league running right now, it's like, you got not only you got to learn defensive schemes, but you got to learn the playbook, which is about this doggone big.
Yeah,
I don't. It's not like Dion was back in the day. And
I mean, who better to learn from than Dion?
He's a $125 soaking wet.
He's
gonna get killed as a receiver.
He's gonna. Them NFL programs, they're going to get – one thing about them Florida dudes is they breed football players.
For sure.
But not to say he can't do it, because you got guys that's playing receiver, that's playing running back.
Chad was like a $125. Chad Johnson was like a $125.
Yeah.
They about the same frame.
Even
a little tall, a lot taller.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah,
Devontae Smith, a perfect example.
A $190.
He's like not even out.
But I think he was standing.
That's with his equipment on. Yeah,
$190.
I think he was standing more of a better chance at being a DB.
Yeah.
That not say he can't play a receiver, but he would need to pick one. Now he could be switched back and forth.
I was just going to say situational football.
Right.
He might for a certain place like
slot receiver.
No.
Right.
Pause.
Quarterback screens.
They might have a package for him. That's a disclaimer.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
They might have a specific package for him. Let's say he does become a DB full time.
Yeah.
They might have a package or two for him.
Now you can do that.
That you can say, you know what, we're not gonna have you, because I seen a stat the other day where he played like 112 snaps. They're not gonna do that to him in the league.
Impossible.
Because the game is too fast.
Faster and it's more physical.
He got more snaps than any player in the country.
Yeah.
So,
but what they'll probably end up doing is on certain plays or certain packages, if he's a DB full time, okay, we'll throw you out there wide receiver, because it's hard to game plan when a guy's only out there 4 or 5 plays at a time.
Yeah, you're right.
We've seen it before, though.
And he's actually, the thing about it is he's actually skilled at both positions.
No, he's not skilled. He's elite
He-
at both.
Okay, facts.
See what I'm doing, right?
Facts.
See what
But
I'm doing, right?
but you're right though. He is playing
Yeah,
a
you
high
got it.
level.
Hey, yeah, he's elite at
Yeah,
both.
yeah, he's
elite
high.
at
He's
both.
playing a high level at both positions, so he could switch it up like y'all saying. He could do that, but he would have to be labeled as a DB
Yeah.
on the scouting report.
Listen,
Like-
label me whoever gets more money. Which one you think get more money? And I peep that too.
Yeah.
I peep that too.
Diggs, he was a receiver in college, and then in the pros, he's a corner.
For Dallas,
Yeah. And then what's my man that was in the Patriots? Edelman.
Oh, Edelman, yeah.
He was a quarterback, and then he became a receiver.
But you got. I mean,
and they still have packages for him.
You
as
know
well.
who? You know who else? Richard Sherman was a receiver.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he
Yeah.
was a receiver, and he they converted him into
a lot of them guys played quarterback too.
Yeah.
Antoine Randall, they had
He was a
packages
quarterback
where,
too.
where
yeah,
they had him as a quarterback.
Yeah, facts.
So they're gonna have packages as a receiver for him if they do decide to make him a corner.
Depending on the team he goes to, but I will agree with that. He could play both sparingly.
Yeah.
He'd be a full-time DB, but you know that's a lot of wear and tear on your body, boy, in the NFL.
Yeah. To especially to have a long productive career, yeah, that's too much wear and tear. So we can see Travis going first. Shedeur. Before the season started, it was Beck and yours. It was those two, and you know, the Texas team was good because once Archie came in, it was like they didn't miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
And Archie was doing stuff that we ain't never seen from a man before. And Beck took a step back. He's still a quality quarterback. He'll probably end up, if he goes to like Bo Nix, right? If you was to say before the season started, Bo Nix would be probably the second best quarterback out of that draft, you'd be like, you crazy. It's Caleb, McDaniels, and then the rest. But Bo Nix under Sean Payton looked good.
He does. He does. I still say Jaden is the best one to come out.
Yeah,
of the draft.
he's
But Bo Nix probably second.
yeah.
More likely.
Right now, I don't know if it's because of coaching, but Caleb Williams doesn't look like the Caleb Williams we thought we would see.
Well, it's the Bears for sure. It's definitely they got the talent.
That's a fact because they won 7 games last year.
Yeah, they got the talent. It's just he looks like Justin Fields right now.
Yeah, and that's an indictment on the coach. If I'm a coach, right, I say, you know what, I can't make it work with Justin Fields, but let me get this generational player coming out, and he's the number 1 pick, and we don't look any better than we did last year. As a coach, you got to look in the mirror and say, it's not the player, it's something that I'm doing wrong.
It's the scheme.
It's a scheme.
Would you think that Lovie Smith would have done better on that team?
He got the most out of Rex Grossman.
Yeah.
Rex
You right.
Grossman.
Yeah.
You right.
And Jay Cutler too.
Jay Cutler, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, first of all, Lovey got a raw deal. They got rid of him too soon.
Oh, well, you know why, so.
We're not gonna go there with that
Yeah,
one.
we know why.
But
Leave that one alone.
yeah, I really don't be understanding some of these coaches, right? You draft a player, and instead of doing what the player does best or working with the player to, you kind of put them in a like a bubble. To like, okay, we want you to fit our scheme.
Right.
I never understood that. It's like you drafted me for my potential and what I could do,
Right.
but you're not letting me do that. And like you said, the team has talent.
Right.
The team has
Top
talent.
to bottom now, they got it.
It's a ready-made team.
Yes.
I mean, you got
he came into. You can look at no other outside of maybe last year with C.J. Stroud. What other quarterback
Walks into a team
ready-made?
What's funny to me is,
out of college.
Exactly.
The running game supposed to complement the quarterback. DeAndre Swift is running mad crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's doing good.
Yeah.
So I would have expected that him for Caleb Williams to be playing a lot better, or throwing for a lot more passes than he is now. It's just not the same.
And the crazy thing about that is, before he got benched, you look at Justin Fields when he was with Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Different situation now. Granted, the numbers are not, off the board, off the charts. But as long as that W comes in the category, that's all that matters.
Well, Mike Tomlin, he's used to scrambling quarterbacks. You take it all the way back to Cordell Stewart and Randall L., as you say, and Ben, he was definitely a scrambling, holding the ball longer than he's supposed to.
Yeah, did y'all check out that Cincinnati Steelers game, the Snow Bowl?
Man, it snowed out there.
Cleveland.
You talking about Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland.
Yeah. Winston is a national treasure, bro. He's a guy that
he changed.
You
man.
put him in a locker room, he instantly changes the locker room.
Yeah,
but he's changed as a man. I really got to give him crab legs different. I mean, he has really showed me something.
He's a breath of fresh air no matter where he goes.
Right.
Everybody's happy to play with him or for him or around him.
The beautiful thing about Jameis is it's a gift and a curse, right?
Absolutely.
Because he'll throw you 5 touchdowns.
Facts.
And
in the very next game, he'll give you 5
The
picks.
same game. Facts.
We've
seen it
true.
before. We've seen 4 and 4,
So
3 and 3.
it's like, if he could just cut down, and I know it's hard to do, cut down on the turnovers, he could have been one of these guys that are in the elite category.
He's a gunslinger.
The 1 year before Tom Brady got there, he threw for over 5,000 yards. Granted, he threw 30 touchdowns,
with
but
Tampa Bay.
I think he threw 32 touchdowns and 30 picks.
Yeah.
30 and 30.
Yeah.
30 for 30, yeah. So he kind of – imagine if he was to cut that down to maybe –
They're going to have ESPN 30 for 30 for him.
Oh, yeah.
30 for 30.
The fact that
he's dead even.
Yeah.
Dead even.
And for a guy that was a former number 1 pick to be that talented, to still haven't, figured that part out, and then that's the biggest flaw in his game is the turnovers.
He came from Florida State, so.
But he has amnesia at the same time too.
Facts.
Because he quickly forgets and he'll go out there and throw.
He got
touchdown.
that
which is what quarterbacks are supposed to do.
That what's his name? JR. He got that J.R. Smith.
Yeah, quick amnesia, bro.
JR never met a shot he didn't like. No matter how many he missed, he gonna shoot.
Like in that championship game, the finals,
But yeah, so we kind of talked off air. Do y'all think? Do y'all think now that Patrick Mahomes finally lost to Josh Allen? Do you think Josh Allen? I mean, do you think the Chiefs are in trouble?
No.
Nah. I mean, granted, they ain't in trouble, but they got some threats.
Okay.
I mean, the Chargers are surging.
Okay.
Jim Harbaugh got that team pumping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously Buffalo still looking good, even without Diggs.
So my question is, with that win, is Josh Allen elite now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's always been elite to me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so who's in the elite category?
Top tier.
Yeah, who's in
all elite?
Who's at the number 1 round table?
It's a 4-man horse. It's a 4-man horse race, or Mount Rushmore, 4 guys up there. It's not 5.
So this is the elite table. This is
the only guys they can eat at that table.
Okay, good. Who's the 4?
Lamar.
Uh-huh.
Patrick.
Lamar Jackson, not Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that same table, they not like us.
Here we go.
That same table. The rest of those guys are not like us.
Rehashing
so somebody got to do it.
We not rehashing this, but okay. You got Lamar. You got Patrick. Who else?
Josh and Burrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's at the second table?
Everybody else. It's just like you said. It's just some guys at the top and then guys just dwindling down the bottom.
So who's at table number 2? So table number 1 is the elite. That's the best of the best. Table number 2 might not be elite, yet, but working their way.
But Jalen Hurts
but
is
they still good, pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
but everybody in that table 2 has a chance to make it to 1 if they're consistent enough, like you said off air.
So who's on that table too?
Jalen Hurts is in there.
Okay.
Dak is in there.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins is in there. Sam Darnold is in there from this year's performance.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford is in there from
Jared Goff.
But you got to give me 4. There's a lot people sitting on each other's laps at this table. You got to give me 4.
Jordan Love is in there. But again,
y'all just named 36 quarterbacks.
None of these guys are too far apart from each other for us to make it outright.
So we'll say it like this. We'll say Jalen Hurts.
That's 1.
Okay. Matthew Stafford.
That's 2. I need 2 more.
We'll say Dak.
Okay.
3.
Kirk Cousins.
So where's Jared Goff?
You only gave us 4. If you want to give you 5, then there's Jared Goff.
No. We still gonna keep it at
Jared
4.
Goff.
So Goff over Cousins?
If it's team,
what I say, God? What did I say, God?
Either one.
He gave me the same look.
So okay, so you not being biased.
Yeah.
So
they ain't got nothing to do with my team. They got to do with my
so-
team. I'm just talking.
so
Yeah.
Golf over Cousins.
Or either one.
nah, you got to pick one. This is what we got at the second table. If they both,
I'm gonna put golf. I'm gonna put golf over just because he went to a Super Bowl.
okay,
Fair enough.
fair enough. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
That's all.
But again, none of those guys are too far apart
Yeah,
from each
they-
other
yeah.
Like
for us to
the-
be like, this is outright.
It's musical chairs. So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that was great. I appreciate that.
I would say probably Jalen and Jared might be the top 2 because they both been to a Super Bowl.
Matthew
What
Stafford
about
won a Super
Stafford?
Bowl.
And Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford won a
He
Super
won
Bowl.
one. So then just switch that around. Just put Matthew at the top, and then Hurts and then Jared
Okay.
because all
What
3
about,
went to the Super Bowl.
okay, so what, if that's the case, what about Purdy? Didn't they go to the Super Bowl last year?
Yeah. Purdy went to.
But he put Purdy in tier 3.
Purdy was the driver and Darnold was the passenger.
But you know
Nah,
what?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I
Only
can't
reason
put Purdy
only
as the
reason I
driver.
wouldn't include Purdy. Only
I
reason
mean, no. He went to the Super Bowl. If that's the case,
Yeah, but see, Matthew won. He was the driving force.
And
of it.
yes.
Jalen Hurts was the driving force.
Yes.
of it.
Yes.
And you can still.
Purdy was in the car. Purdy was in the car.
He was in the car, but he wasn't driving force.
Yeah.
he
was-
they
devil's
defense-
advocate, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Devil's advocate.
Christian McCaffrey and Debo and them guys. Those were the driving forces of that team.
Okay.
So Brock
Fair
Purdy
enough.
was not driving force. of
And
that.
listen, for all my 49ers fans, it's not a knock on Purdy. He's a good quarterback.
Right.
But he wasn't the driving force because with that same squad, and you know, 49ers fans might remember.
Hell, Garoppolo even did that.
I was about to, but even remember when they moved on from Garoppolo and put Trey Lance in,
Right.
they start off the season, 3-0 or 3-1 or something like that, until he broke his leg.
Right.
Put Garoppolo back in the game, and then I think they went on for like 8 straight.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until they drafted Purdy, San Francisco was already winning.
Right.
Yeah. Ready-made team.
He got hurt. Garoppolo got hurt. Remember, that's when they started Purdy, and I think Purdy won like 7 straight games going into the playoffs. So the team was,
And they had a top 2 defense.
yes, the
So-
team was already good before Purdy got there.
Right.
He went into a great situation,
Right.
not to knock on him,
Right.
but he wasn't the driver. He was probably in the I can't even say the front seat. I would have to put the defense and C-Mac in the front seat. He's in the car though.
I think they were driving a Jeep and he was in the back.
Yeah, he was in the back.
Where you take the top
Fair
down.
enough, fair enough.
He's sitting in the back part.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Purdy, let's say, and this is my last question about the whole Purdy thing. And it's like I said, it's no disrespect to Purdy. Can you see yourself giving Purdy $50 million a year?
Eesh.
I think.
Whoo-wee.
Well, if Daniel Jones can get it, why not?
But see, as we can see, that was a mistake.
Well, see, and that's the reason
That was
why
a
ain't nobody
mistake.
gonna get another contract like Deshaun Watson got
But at the,
because of those mistakes.
But at the same rate, there's production and proof of production from Purdy that we didn't see from Daniel
Now-
Jones to give him $50 million a
Now,
year.
now, You want to tell me I say Brock Purdy is better than Daniel Jones?
Oh yeah,
because he's way more accurate. And pause, he does have the long ball.
Well,
so
you know what?
So
Hold on, Jinxie Cat. You put Daniel Jones with that squad
with the 49ers,
San
with the
Francisco?
49ers, and that run because Daniel Jones can run.
he can run.
That run option with him and C-Mac
he can run,
and those weapons, I think Daniel Jones could be a pretty good. I'm not saying he'll be great, but I think he could be pretty serviceable.
He could be a Sam Darnold right now.
Yeah, I think so.
I agree with that.
I
agree.
Granted,
So $50 million is fair then.
If he does that with them,
Right.
The money the money that he got with the Giants, no.
Can we see Brock Purdy going to the Giants and making that team a playoff team?
No, he's gonna be just like Daniel Jones.
Can you see Brock Purdy going to the Jets and making them a playoff team?
No, he's gonna be just like Aaron Rodgers.
Probably not.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's my thing. It's like, granted, Sam Darnold's having a career year. Nobody's gonna give Sam Darnold, and I love Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Nobody's giving him $50 million a year.
Probably not.
So it's Sam
I
Darnold's
agree.
on a
Hey,
good
look,
team.
I'd be surprised if Minnesota dropped it in his doggone pocket
But see,
next
the thing
year.
is, but then what are you gonna do with JJ McCarthy? You drafted him as a high pick.
Facts.
So
I
you
agree.
now, granted, even if Minnesota wanted to keep Sam Darnold, it would probably more than likely only be like a 2-year deal.
Yeah, because he's
gotta
only
see
a
what
1-year
you-
contract. So
Yes,
yeah,
you got to see what your rookie is because of the 5th year option. You're gonna have to eventually pay him. So you got to see what you got. in
would
him.
you give him 50 for those 2 years?
Sam?
Yeah. He's balled out this year, right?
See, the thing with that is, if
tricky.
I'm
Yeah.
if I'm
Real
him,
tricky.
if I'm him, no, only because I want something. Give me a longevity. Give me like a 4-year deal, where my 2 year. Okay, in hypothetical, let's say in the next 2 years, outside of this year, Sam Darnold goes to the conference finals with this team. Better yet, the Super Bowl. How can you justify getting rid of a guy that just took you to the Super Bowl for a rookie? Essentially, even though
See, that's why I don't
McCarthy
think
will
they're
be
going. That's why I don't think they're going to get rid of him.
I
'Cause I don't think Minnesota's going to get rid of Sam Darnold.
that's tough.
And granted, yeah, you pick the quarterback pretty high in the draft.
Yeah.
Forget that you'll have to play, but you got to see how he's going to even perform off this surgery.
Off the yes.
So you got to
yes.
keep Sam Darnold.
So it's tough because they was talking about it on the radio. Where can Aaron Rodgers go as his next step? 'Cause
Minnesota.
I don't know if y'all heard or whatever. The Jets we laugh
Do a Brett
stuff right
Favre?
now. Which is crazy if he would go to Minnesota.
Right.
Dude, he literally didn't want to do what Brett Favre
Yeah.
did, but he goes from the Jets to Minnesota. Yeah. So but they was doing like the quarterback musical chairs, and it's like, where can Sam Darnold go to be a franchise quarterback,
Yeah,
but not go to a bad situation?
Back to the Jets? Is that what you're saying?
But see, if we're gonna get a new head coach.
you got to tighten up
and
the
GM.
offensive line first.
We have a ready-made team, but who knows if the new head coach and GM are gonna want to draft their own quarterback? Now,
Most of them do though.
Yeah,
Most
to
of them want their own guy.
your point, Sam Darnold could be a bridge quarterback for the new quarterback and just rock out for the next year or two. But if I'm Sam Darnold,
like
if
what
you're
we
gonna give me
doing,
a 2 to 3 year deal, I'd rather stay where I'm at. I got the best receiver in the game right now.
I don't see Minnesota letting him go right now because of the
Yeah.
injury.
I hope you're right.
I don't think he's going anywhere. You don't know how he's going to perform off of these injuries.
And I know Minnesota will be kicking themselves if they let go of Sam Darnold and then they regress.
About like the 49ers did.
Yeah.
Because I know they wishing they kept Sam Darnold.
It's crazy because with Kirk Cousins, it's like they didn't miss a beat bringing in Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get better or they didn't get worse. It was like, okay, they still,
Right.
one
Right
of
there.
those. Yeah. Now, crazy, because before Kirk got hurt, he was putting up numbers.
Yeah.
He was putting up numbers. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Look, New Orleans is going to have an opening because I don't see Derek Carr being
Staying there.
Yeah, that's going to be an opening. Y'all going to have an opening.
Carolina, maybe.
Carolina's
the
gonna
Giants.
Carolina's gonna have an opening. Andy Dalton is just a backup.
The Raiders.
Raiders.
The Raiders definitely gonna need one.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a few spots open, but
Cleveland.
oh yeah, Cleveland for sure.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
But real quick
Giants.
before we go into the second half, do you see Deion going to the next level?
Depends on he's got to have some control.
Okay.
Like he coming in, he got to have control. Scouting, GM, and he got to have it.
If you're Deion, you got a good thing at Colorado right now. Do you stay or you go to the pros?
I think he'll be there. I think he's going to stay. He just landed the next quarterback for
number
the team,
2,
so I don't think he's going anywhere. So
number 2 recruit.
Yeah.
And if anybody ever watched any of the Colorado Buffalo games, it's like an atmosphere going to those games.
It's the Grammys.
Because you got people on the sidelines that probably would never went to Boulder.
But that's Deion.
Yeah, that's the
doing
Deion
that
effect.
from Florida, from all the way to Atlanta. He attracts those stars.
If I'm Deion, and I granted, you done accomplished everything in the NFL. If he could do something special in they probably gonna name something out there after Deion.
Colorado.
Let's be real. Colorado ain't letting Deion go nowhere.
They gonna throw some money at him.
What you knew about Colorado before Deion got there?
No,
It's the same thing's gonna be when he leaves. So they ain't letting him go. This ain't Jackson State.
Yeah.
They gonna give him any and every doggone thing he wants.
Have you seen the amount of money he generates for the city?
Man,
It's in the millions.
bro. Everything there is done because of Deion.
It's insane.
Yo, for real, and we gonna end this on this
He's gonna
real
have
quick.
a statue there. Watch.
It's the LeBron effect.
Who?
The LeBron effect.
Who?
The LeBron effect.
From what?
When LeBron left Cleveland, the economy went down.
Man, please. Cleveland is back up and running. Ain't nobody
Now
thinking
they
about
are.
LeBron. Yeah,
Now
my
they
point
are.
being, LeBron who?
But when LeBron left,
I'll be glad when he actually leaves.
Listen, when LeBron left, COVID hit Cleveland before it really hit.
Okay, look, granted, Cleveland was absolutely nothing.
Cleveland.
Then LeBron came, the witness, and all this
Who-
stuff. And
Who goes to Cleveland?
well, they going now.
What would Joe Chip?
They going now.
I ain't never heard nobody take a vacation in Cleveland.
They going now. Yeah, they
So
going
it's
now.
like the economy went down when LeBron left. That's crazy.
It's crazy because
Stores had to close.
That's crazy because the economy went down when Michael Jordan retired.
No, it didn't. Chicago
And then
was
it came
booming.
back and added more jobs.
Chicago was booming.
So anyway, we were talking about
Scottie
Deion.
Pippen
And
overtook him
we
to
were
the
talking.
Chicago was booming before
Yeah, it was
Jordan.
good before. Yeah, Chicago been booming.
Okay,
Booming
so
since Al Capone, bro.
so we were talking about.
They're like, look at Jordan. Who?
Since Al
Jordan.
Capone, bro.
So look, back to the task in hand.